You know, I have been talking about this breakthrough season for like all of October. I know it's October 2nd, y'all, but all of October. And I feel like there is a mini breakthrough session that's happening with the collective. And I feel like that session is a moment of cleansing, a moment of like purging. There is a shedding, a great shedding that is happening with the collective. And I am so here for this journey for you, collective. And it's interesting because as we go through your breakthrough season, you'll find that there are many moments that you go through within your breakthrough season that need to be acknowledged, called out, and welcome. Welcome to leave or welcome to stay, collective. So right now, I am calling upon the energy of shedding. Tap in. And I'm wearing my United States Naval Academy shirt because clearly there is some learning that needs to be happening here, collective. And I am so ready for it on every single level, collective. Oh my gosh. So please tap in. Hey, welcome. And let's see what we got here. Now listen, collective. What comes out in this channel, prophetic message, intuitive message, listen, we are here together and we are going to love on each other through it. So please be kind in the comments. Let me know that you are here. Let me know that you are loud and you are proud in your breakthrough. Oh, that wanted to come out real bad. That 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm talking about shedding. What is being released? Let me tell you something, collective. 10 of Pentacles. Talking about purging and cleansing, it really says to me that there is no room for things that can no longer come with you, collective. Oh my gosh, I really love that. The fact that the 10 of Pentacles is the first card that came out, collective. Wow, that really lets me know that there is no room for anyone or anything to come to you, to come along with you, to interrupt you that don't need to be there. That means there is no more space. What is coming with you is necessary for this part of your journey, collective. And oh my gosh, can I tell you how beautiful that really is? Can I tell you how beautiful that truly is when God is pulling you away and telling you the heaviness that cannot come along with you, to the point where it's like what you have is what is necessary for this part of your journey. Tap in, collective. I need you to know that what you are pulling, what you are taking with you is exactly what you need for your breakthrough season. And shedding means that you are letting go of this heaviness. Shedding means that you are letting go of this part of you, or a part of you that has been bogging you down, that has not been that has not been able to allow you to breathe in a way that you truly want to. Hey, Travis, look, I know this message was just on my heart. I had to come on just like that. Okay. So thank you so much for coming. I never expect you guys to show up when I just go live like this, but it's always well appreciated. Okay. For real, collective, because we have got to talk about this shedding. And again, let me just be very clear, collective. Your shedding season is a moment within your breakthrough season. And I feel like, collective, you have a lot of shedding moments within your breakthrough season, within your birthright season, and your blessing season, collective. Oh, by the way, wait a minute now. How could I possibly forget? My name is Cass Young, Crown. I am an intuitive prophetic speaker, and we use tarot just as a starting off point. We don't look into the future. The cards are not God. It is you and I having a conversation and using this as a place to jump off, tap in. So if you're looking for a message about what's going to happen in the future, if you're looking for me to tell you what's going to happen between you and your baby daddy, girl, I can't help you there. But what I can help you with is understanding where you might be during your breakthrough season. Tap in. And right now we talking about the removal of unnecessary weight on the collective, and that this is a release, this is a purge, this is a cleanse. And my God, is it beautiful. And you know what's even crazier about the cleansing, the purging, the release moments of your life? It's almost like once you let someone or something go, tap in, you start to wonder how you lived your life with it this whole time. You start to ask questions like, well, wait a minute, why was this person always in my way? Why did I allow this person to be in my space? Or why did I allow myself to be in this environment for as long as I did in this situation? You start to ask yourself, like, girl, what was wrong with me? You actually start having a reflection moment where you be like, okay, all right, I is it me or is it a conspiracy? Okay. I know what that is like, collective. I know what that is like. And that 10 of Pentacles coming up and saying, like, you have everything you could possibly need. Like, you need nothing more, you need nothing less. Tap in. 2 of Cups talking about a beautiful transition, the bridge moment. The bridge moment is what has prepared you for this breakthrough season. Tap in. Oh my gosh. Listen. To go from the 10 of Pentacles to the 2 of Cups, that is a bridge from your lack to your abundance. This is a point of recalibration. I just said, and this is what's bringing it to me, I literally just said, y'all was here when I said it, collective, that you start to wonder, like, how did you even make it, splitting the deck, looking at the 9 of Swords? How did you even make it with the weight that you was carrying? That was nothing. Let me tell you something. That was nothing but God. That is nothing but God. And when you have people come in and try to tell you that your journey does not matter, if you have people that come in and try to tell you that what you've gone through is minute, then these people aim to keep you quiet at all times and not share your story. There is something powerful about speaking your truth. Tap in. And I'm not saying that you got to grab a microphone and go around. You said, feel like I'm talking to you, baby. I am talking to you because I love you and I want you to win. And if you are in a breakthrough season, and within that season, you are shedding a lot of energy, people, thoughts, you're shedding limiting beliefs, and baby, I'm talking to you. This is for you. And I feel like this 2 of Cups is bridging the gap between who you used to be, what you needed to learn, and where you are going. Here it is right here. I no longer do personal readings, baby. I no longer do personal readings. I actually don't read at all. Tap in. Okay. I really like this. And you know what else with this 2 of Cups, collective? Well, I mean, I'm channeling this message so much. I'm channeling this message so much that it's almost like it's hard for me to grasp on. So God, please provide a bridge of clarity so that I can say this message the way that it is intended to land on the hearts of the collective. When I see this 2 of Cups, I really see a collective that was uncomfortable, that was hurting, that was sad, that lived in an unhealed space. And not to say that if you are in an unhealed space that you were treating everybody like trash. I know people say hurt people, or unhealed people, hurt people. That's, you know, I think that you were just searching for something or someone to make you feel better, to make you believe again, to make you just wanted a deeper understanding. And when you sit in a space where you're yearning for more and you're not being poured into, or you don't even know how to start to pour into yourself, it is uncomfortable, collective. It does not feel good. I feel like this Two of Cups is a bridge to your alignment, and that uncomfortability is a part of what you are shedding. And I think that as you recognize, the more you tap into what made you uncomfortable, the more you understand what discomfort should feel like, what you should do with it, and how you can move forward. This is a recalibration, collective. This is a recalibration, and this is a part of a preparation phase within your breakthrough season that's preparing the seat for you. Ooh, my eyes itching. It's preparing the seat for you, collective, and I really, really like this. I feel like we're going from shedding to transition back to a breakthrough, and that seems to be the vibe, collective. From shedding to transition to a breakthrough. And looking at the bottom, we have in the split deck the universe. Ooh, wee. The universe with the Nine of Pentacles, being able to feel that discomfort and find a place of comfort. And you know what, collective? There is a truth to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, but there is also, we have to look at that with a keen eye. We have to look at that with a powerful eye, with a spiritual eye. And we have to ensure that the uncomfortability that we might be feeling is one that is going to grow us, or if it's one of danger, of imminent danger, spiritual danger, emotional danger, psychological danger. And I feel like, collective, you taking a look back and seeing the spaces where, girl, you were in danger. Tap in, where you had to get out, where you had to get on the naval ship and flee, collective. Tap in. I feel like you assessed all of those issues and said, you know what? This is uncomfortable because it's meant for me to not be here. Tap in. Or it's not meant for me to be here. Tap in. So looking at the universe and the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, you had to get up out of Dodge, collective. You had to find a way out of there, collective. You had to find a way to reestablish your reign on your throne, collective. And I am so here for that. So we go from the Ten of Pentacles to the Two of Cups to the universe, Nine of Pentacles. And when I see this entire layout, just off the strength of establishing the message, we haven't even gotten deep into the message yet. The establishment of the message, collective, is that you know for a fact, no matter where you are coming from and where you are going, you have the necessary tools to establish your throne where you belong. Tap in. The bridge there is recognizing that the person you were before, that person ain't coming. And it's quite interesting, you know, when I hear the collective go back and say, oh, don't make me go back to the old me. Let me tell you something. The real collective, if they say that, it's just because they reflecting on what they used to do. But a collective that has healed and moved forward, they never want to go back to the old. The old them is just like, you don't even know how to reach that person. You don't even know how to dig into that energy anymore. It is a foreign object. It is something that you look in the spiritual museum of you, collective. Hey, I see you. Hello, welcome. And that's how I feel about this bridge. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, I could go back to the old me. You can say, oh, yeah, well, these people don't want to see the old me. No, do you want to see the old you is the question. Because if you're going through a miniature season of shedding within your breakthrough season, what exactly do you want to leave behind? Because if you want to bring parts of the old you that reacted negatively to things that were blown out of proportion, if you want to bring your old nasty attitudes, if you want to bring your limiting beliefs into the new season of you, then baby, what you coming for? You can't bring your old attitudes that do not assist you in your growth and your personal development and your spiritual development into your breakthrough season. That's the point of the Breakthrough Collective. And you will find that as soon as you make that distinction, spiritual pathways will open for you, collective. This is realer than real deal Holyfield. Because the reason why certain people can follow you everywhere outside of serious situations, the reason why certain people believe that they can follow you everywhere you go and show up and lay claim to who you are is because you still carrying around the old versions of you into your breakthrough season, thinking that you're creating a new version of new you. Tap in, and that's not the case. And I feel like I've said this example before, but you're going to run into people from your past that you don't even care to see, that's going to remember you how you used to be. Oh my God, girl, how you doing? Are you still out there partying it up? And it could be 10, 20 years later, girl, you have a whole family. Okay, you could be with your kids and they will bring up what they thought of you at that time. And you have to course correct that and say like, okay, but the last time we saw each other, I was not the best version of myself. And now I am. I'm very happy where I am. I found God. I found Jesus. I'm going back to the church. I'm going back to the temple, whatever it is. I'm an active member of my community. I'm a teacher. And all of the lessons that I've learned along the way, the ones that paint me in a good light and ones that are not so friendly, those are lessons that allowed me to become the person I am today, which is a pillar within my community. Oh my gosh, baby. So no, I don't do those things. And if anyone is still living in that life, God bless them, but they are not a part of this one. Oh my gosh. You got to lay them out. You've got to, the same way you recalibrate your brain, you got to recalibrate theirs. Because you will absolutely run into people who do not understand that you left the old version of you in an old life. And somehow they done broke the portal wall to see you. And you like, girl, how did you even get here? How did you even get here? I'm preparing you, collective, for what life could look like in your breakthrough season and some roadblocks that you might be finding yourself in as you go along your journey. And I'm telling you, collective, it's okay. But let them know, like, where you are now is not where you were before. And that is a bridge. Not a bridge for them, a bridge for you. A bridge for you to cut off. Okay, got to cut that off. And you cut it off through their mindset. You cut it off by updating their program about you. You feel what I'm saying? It's not always this grand fight to try to make people believe something different about you. It is how you respond to what the old version of you was perceived as. It's okay to course correct. It's okay to let them know that you're not that person anymore. Y'all, Black China was popping it open for a very long time. And I'm not shaming the girl. I'm just letting you know what we knew her as. Black China was doing a whole lot of ungodly things in the public eye for a long time. If you are not familiar with who Black China is, let me look her up for you. I'm sorry, she no longer goes by Black China. She goes by Angela now. Okay, Angela White. She goes by her birth given name. Okay. And she's 37 years old, so she's still young. Let me pull up a picture of her. This is, girl, come on. This is currently her. She was what was known as a video vixen, as a video model, right? She was so popular that the rappers would put her in songs when she would dance at this club called King of Diamonds. The rappers rap about it. I don't know too much about that life because I don't listen about her. Future and whoever else we rap, girl, I don't know these rappers. Drake, who used to be a rapper, you know, they all rapped about this woman. That's how in the game she was. And you know what she did? She turned around, I think, 2 or 3 years ago and said, that's not my life anymore. The life that I was living in the public eye, where I've had children out of wedlock, where I was chasing these rappers, where I was stripping, that. And yo, she was that for a long, I'm talking about over a decade. Over a decade. She was doing this with her life. And she went on, I think it was like Good Morning America or Wake Up America, and Black China opened up her mouth and she rewrote her story, her narrative, and said, that is not me anymore. And I know it's going to be hard for people to accept that I am no longer the person who was busting it wide open on a public stage. But if you don't get with my new program, which is who I am as a reinvented person, giving my life to God, however she decided to, I think she got back. Then you get to stay. That is not my 10 of Pentacles. And we're not talking about somebody that had it great growing up all the time. Her mother made sure that we knew of it. Her mother is actually a form of spiritual warfare. Tap in. Now I ain't got to go really deep into that, but I'm just using her as an example. That's it. Using her as an example of what it's like for people to believe that you still operate in the old version of you, when you have been moved on, when you have been looked at where you were, and now you've established something new. So when I say that this version of you, this shedding that's happening, this is something of a miniature event. That's the word I'm looking for. Tap in. Thank you, God. Thank you for clarifying that message and putting that message on my heart. And I pray that Angela White still finds the peace that she needs. Hey, Pickles. I still pray that she finds the peace that she needs during this time. Collective. This is a major conversation because each and every one of you will, in your breakthrough season, will experience moments of shedding. Whether you're shedding a mindset, whether you're shedding people, an environment, I want you to understand that what that pressure is not negative. It's not punishment. It's a blessing. It's a gift that God is bestowing upon you, that you have an opportunity to move out of what no longer serves you and into a space that is ready, willing, and able to pour into you. Tap in. Whew. Man, that's a heck of a message. I love that, collective. We have to stop punishing ourselves as a collective and stop feeling bad for ourselves as a collective when we decide to shed the weight. Because we might feel bad about how people might feel, or because we might feel bad about how we'll feel. Hurting somebody's feelings, leaving something that we're used to, even though it's uncomfortable and nasty to us anyway. Collective. I want you to sit with this energy. I want you to call into this shedding energy. Ooh, something just shed it out of this deck. What is it? the Knight of Cups. I said, sit with this energy. Knight of Cups in reverse. Sit in this. Know what this means. When God is calling you to remove heaviness, weight, information, thoughts, emotions. I feel like this Knight of Cups is definitely emotions. And I also feel like this Knight of Cups in reverse is an opportunity for you to sit in the times where you were so hard on yourself and forgive yourself. Collective. Oh no, forgiveness is going to come up. Forgiveness is actually going to come up a lot in your breakthrough season because it's one of the things I recognize the collective struggles with from time to time. Not forgiving others, but forgiving yourself because you believe you should have known better at the time. This girl, homie, friend. Life is life. And oftentimes we overlook the red flags. We walk away from the green flags. We don't even stop at the yellow flags to take a look before we cross the spiritual road. And it happens, collective. Tap in. I don't want you to be hard on yourself during your shedding season. I want you to forgive yourself for all of the weight that you carried before you got to this realization. I need to say that again. I implore you to exercise your God-given right to forgive yourself for behaving or choosing in a way when you thought it was the right thing to do, yet it went against everything that you believed in, everything that you were. You had to find out the truth in some sort of way. You got to stop beating yourself up about it. I want you to look at the outcome. What is the positive outcome of that? You do better. You know better. Yeah, I'm looking at this Knight of Cups in reverse next to this Ten of Pentacles. And it's like, yes, sit in this, collective, feel this. It's okay. That's also building a bridge to this Two of Cups. Let's take a look at this Two of Cups and go a little bit deeper. I'm looking at the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is heavy on a lot of your hearts. But also providing a space for you to embrace this renewal. A lot of you felt like there was no place to go. A lot of you felt like that you didn't even, you're welcome. You're welcome. I see you. I acknowledge you. I validate your experience. I think we often bypass how terrible we are on ourselves when we make a mistake. We let that sit with us. We beat ourselves up. This is real, collective. Like the fact that this Knight of Cups is telling me to sit on this point of forgiveness during your shedding season lets me know that this shedding has more to do with how you feel about yourself than how you deal with the outside world. And that's why I had to use Black China, now Angela White, as an example. I know that she did not like how people were treating her because of the reputation that she built for herself. But it was more about how she felt about her and what she needed to do to guide herself out of that darkness. How she spoke to herself, how she loved on herself. And I just want to hone in for the collective that if you are in a part of your shedding season that is housed in your breakthrough season, take it all off. take it all off. And as I'm thinking about how you release these negative beliefs that you hold within yourself, you may never say it out loud, but if you do not forgive yourself, collective, for what you deem as wrong doing, or because you didn't make the mistakes that you didn't make the choices that you should have, and they turned into big mistakes. When you don't shed that is a negative, a form of negative thinking, self-limitation. And you got to collect it, or else it's going to continue to sit on you. And you're going to find yourself in your breakthrough season starting over again and over again and over again, because you didn't extend forgiveness to yourself. You did not ask for forgiveness, not from the people that, or the environment, not from that, but from God. This is coming to me like I'm channeling this message right now. I feel like a lot of you are even scared. Oh my God. Are even scared to ask God for forgiveness. Because if you say it out loud, you're admitting to yourself that you were a barrier to your growth. That can be a hard pill to swallow for the collective. When you have to say it out loud, when you have to accept responsibility and you hindering your growth. I'm not saying that the outside world or the outside people or the environments should not have blame. I'm not saying that at all. Because when you are victimized in a number of ways, that is a whole separate conversation that needs to be had outside of you. A lot of you blame yourselves for becoming victims, for being victims. And I mean that. Society has really criminalized the word victim. But I know the collective is not just healing from bad mistakes. They're healing from being victimized by people that inserted their power over them. And guess what? The collective blames themselves for that. And I am asking you, I am pleading with you to let that go. It is not yours to hold that someone else hurt you. What is yours to hold is asking for forgiveness for even allowing that to manifest. That ain't nothing but the devil trying to manifest stuff in you. That is a part of your shedding journey. It's saying straight up, I have allowed these thoughts to fester in my soul, in my mind, when it was not mine to hold. I am reclaiming my power back by forgiving me, by asking God to forgive me for holding on to that. That's what I'm talking about. That's why this Knight of Cups is sitting with me, because I know that is a moment that the collective sits with. And I've said, for many of you that are new here, I am a hospice social worker by day. Tap in. 11th hour care is my specialty. And I've sat through a number of confessions. And I've found that many people leave this planet without ever forgiving themselves for something that they did not do to themselves. And I won't let that be the collective. I won't let that be you at all. What is this bridge? What is this bridge? Woo. Yeah. Ooh, yes, I love it. The Emperor. The Emperor met. 3 of Pentacles at the bottom. The Emperor met with the 9 of Wands. Yeah. There's no other way to say this outside of when you embrace this shedding, when you embrace this shedding moment of your life, collective, you build a necessary protection of a force field of protection, shall I say. You build a necessary force field protection, collective, that protects your heart, your spirit, in all of the breakthroughs, birthrights, and blessings that are coming your way. And the thing is, collective, is I feel like once you sit down and truly have this powerful conversation with yourself and with God in this shedding season, and you're shedding those emotions, you're shedding your feeling, you're shedding the fight between forgiving yourself and blaming yourself, collective, tap in. Once you even establish that frequency is open, that you're ready to have that conversation, oh baby, that force, it's almost like that force field will be built immediately. And that provides a way for you to build in peace. Going into this 9 of Pentacles in universe, I feel like that bridge was hard to build. Speaking of bridge, whoa, how about that? I didn't even make the connection, Travis, that yesterday I spoke about opening up the opening of the world's tallest suspension bridge in China. 3 years and 8 months is the time frame I put on there. If you have not checked out my first episode of the Breakthrough series, which is, Travis, could you grab that link and throw it in the chat for me, please? And then I'll pin it in a little bit. You need to go check that out, because I invoked some strong spiritual engineering language that connected the preparation phase to the breakthrough phase to the building phase. Tap in. And I feel like this 9 of Wands looking at this spiritual bridge. Thank you, Travis. Travis, I love you. Thank you. Seeing that and looking at how tired you are, how much work you put in, how deep this goes for you, collective. Like, you are tired of fighting. You are tired of fighting the world. You are tired of fighting family. You're tired of fighting your friends. You're tired of fighting people at work. You're tired of fighting yourself because you know the environment that you are sitting in is not the one for you. I don't care who in the environment. I don't care where the environment is. If it's not good for you spiritually, emotionally, you got to shed it in a way that brings your power back. I said, call your power back. All the above. Ooh, I feel like this shedding season is about calling your power back. And you know, collective, I, I feel like there's a lot of people in this chat that realize that the power they have been giving away, 2222 is what I see on my screen. The power that they have been giving away, unbeknownst to them, is because there was a breakdown in communication from what they were giving the world to what they needed to give themselves, and then how to move forward with that. You've been giving the world all the forgiveness you should have been giving yourself. You've been giving the people around you. That's what I'm saying, tired of fighting for you, for you to be seen. I feel like somebody in the chat said, amen, amen. You've been fighting and giving. I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it out of the ether. It's something I can't even help but to grab this message. It's like you have been fighting and giving people the forgiveness you should have been pouring into yourself and that you should have been asking for God. And that bridge to healing. It's like now it's opening your hand. You like, boy, it's like a bloom, a flower blooms in your mind. And you like, whoa, I've been giving these people my sacred services. Listen, woo, Travis, write it down. Please. I'm not saying that like I'm just saying, testify. You have been giving people your sacred service. You heard it here first. You have been giving people your sacred services without giving it to yourself first, without building that bridge back to God first. No wonder you tired, collective. No wonder you been out here swaying and not connected. No wonder why you feel lost in a familiar territory. You have been giving your sacred services. And by that, I mean your mind, your heart, your tools for healing, whether it's through your words, whether it's through your pen, whether it's through your music, whether it's through your art, whether it's through your time and availability. That is your sacred service, collective. You've been giving that out for free without even checking back in with the source and replenishing that. You over here wondering why your rituals don't work. You over here wondering why your sacred baths and showers don't work. You over here wondering why your prayers feel disconnected. No wonder why you're tired. Giving out your sacred services to people who completely use and abuse it without saying a freaking thank you to you, collective. And that's a part of the bigger message here. Talk about shedding. Let's really unpack what's coming off of you right now. You are tired. It's almost like the moment I said you are tired of fighting, I feel like the collective was like, yeah, me, Cass, I'm tired. Cass, I can't fight no more. Cass, I've been fighting the legal system. I've been fighting my family and my friends. I've been out here on a limb by myself. I feel like I'm surrounded by people, yet so alone. Some of y'all are straight up like, I don't even care. People, what's that? I am alone. This is a call to reestablish. This is a call to reestablish your connection with the source, baby. I'm telling you, If you are tired of fighting, stop fighting. Oh, thank you, flowers. Thank you. Facts. Big facts. I am telling you, if you are tired of fighting, stop fighting. One more for the road, please. Look, hangman, totally new way of seeing this. Tower in reverse, totally new way of seeing this. I'm telling you, collective, wow. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I just saw, what's this? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Page of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Totally shifted your perspective of how you operating out here in the world, collective. And let me tell you something. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's like at this point, and look, the Page of Pentacles is being backed by the Emperor. The Emperor is all about the physical. I know that we talk about, spirituality a lot here, but a part of my divine purpose is to make it clear that what happens in the spiritual realm definitely goes down here in the 3D. Tap in. And there is a mindset that just shifted for the collective. For me, if it's one person, the job is done. If I spoke something into you, the job is done. Ooh, wow. Your sacred services. You've been giving that away for free this whole time, collective. No wonder you tired. No wonder you're tired. Let's take it down a little bit into the 3D if you don't mind. And then I'm going to jump up out of here, collective. I won't be long, but I surely will be strong. Sure enough will be. What's on the back? Synergy. Yup. Big synergy energy. Big synergy energy. Tap in. Effort, communication, achievement. The number 98 is really important. That coming in under the 10 of Pentacles, super important. It means that you're close to something. That Knight of Cups in reverse really opened up a lot of doors for you, collective. It opened up an understanding. Some of y'all might actually be going into an argument, a fight. Let me tell you something, collective. If it is an argument, whoa, pause. Let's bring it back. Because if that's falling underneath the Knight of Cups, if there is an argument about the fact that you are changing into someone better, into something better, into a new understanding, somebody got a problem with that, they are a part, they know, not just not, sometimes the messages just be flowing through me. Make it clear, God. When you got people that start arguments with you during your shedding season, during your breakthrough season, they are starting these arguments because they know they ain't coming. They know, they feel it. They can feel it in the air. They feel it. They know they can't come with you. They know they can't leech off of your sacred services anymore. They nervous. They upset. And the way to start that argument is to pry and to see where you really are. Do not take the bait. Collective, I want you, if you have an opportunity, if you have the chance, I need you to solidify this in your mind. That when somebody that usually is non-argumentative with you, or they take their arguments to a new level with jabs and personal attacks, I need you to do this. I need you to physically do this. Do not take the bait. Clap it. Solidify it in your mind so that when the trigger happens, you know, do not take the bait. The sound, the physical rhythm, the portals. Your hands are energy portals. Closing off that energy. Do not take the bait. The fact that I'm looking at are intoxic at the bottom and stress. Girl. Argument, toxic, stress, struggle. Who finished the who? Listen. Listen. Who finished struggle? Who finished struggle with people that don't love you, that don't truly love you? I see 111 on my clock. Who finna argue with people who don't love you, that don't support you? Unyielding, unrelenting. The number 87 is a number to look out for. The number 17 is to look out for. Stress, agitation, panic. And you know what? When you make this decision and people know that they can't come with you in your new season collective, they try to stretch you and stress you. One of the things I've been learning in my breakthrough season collective is that not to correct the language that is coming out of my mouth when I'm having these messages come through. When they pour through collective, they try to stretch you beyond what you're willing to go to with them. They want to make you be the enemy. They want to make you out to be the bad guy. And then they want to stress you. Tap in. Speaking of which, let me just bring it here. Cardi B is not a victim. And one of the things that people, now y'all might not know this, but I need to say it out loud, okay? Y'all might not be in the pop culture world, but there has been an underlying beef going on in the rap world, okay? And one of the things that I'm seeing happening is that people, 411 information portal, one of the things that I'm seeing is that people love to take the reactor, the person that is reacting to the stress, to the toxicity, to the arguments, and paint them as if they are the aggressor and not the one who was aggressed upon. Tap in. I need you to tap into that, because a part of the enemy's secret to making you stressed out, to making you go back into having to forgive yourself. Remember, going into that reactor's mode. One of the plays of the enemy is to hurt you, say mean things to you, to harm you, to dig into the sensitive spots in your life, tap in, to trigger you. And then once you have a reaction of you defending yourself, now the enemy and everybody who had been looking that you didn't even know was looking at you gets to say, look, you're mean, you're horrible, you're an awful person, knowing darn well that you were the one who was encroached upon. Tap in. I need you to tap into this collective. And people will go back. Well, you used to do this. You used to react that way. Ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody's talking about the fact that people keep coming up to you, bullying you. And then when you finally react to the toxicity, to the arguments, to the stress, now people got something to say. Meanwhile, you over here trying to fight for your life in many different ways. Oh, no. That is actually a tactic of narcissistic abusers. To pick at you, to do terrible things to you, to hurt you, to try to make you feel like you are nothing. And then when you finally react with the same tactics they did to you, you are sick. You are the problem. So, collective, when I say synergy energy, I mean for you to tap in and understand exactly how people are trying to play with you as you go into this next season. Tap in. I said tap all the way in. So when somebody tries to start an argument with you, collective, I need you to understand that they are stress testing you. Do not take the bait. It's going to pull you back. So as you are going through this season of shedding and you're removing things off of your shoulder, removing that weight, these people want you to stay tied to the anchors on your feet that don't even belong to you. Woo. Wild growth at the bottom. I feel like that needs to come all the way out. Increase, expansion. Yes, God, I love that. Rise, maturation, the number 9. Big yes on the board. Ooh, space and opportunity, big Libra energy, 111. And isn't this something that I noticed that it was 111 on my clock, and here go big Libra energy. The scales are being balanced. This isn't about justice. I mean, of course it is, but this is also about you balancing your own scales. Not giving your sacred services anymore. Peaceful, refined. The collective want to be easygoing. Ooh, being rescued. Yeah, I love this energy. Big Aries energy coming out. Extricate, release and recover, emancipate. Yeah, absolutely. Emotional healing at the bottom, collective. Woo-wee. Restorative. The number 11. Once again, 11111 is a big number to look out for those who believe in synchronicities. Comforting, uplifting, helpful. I love that big Libra energy came out because yes, the scales have to be balanced. Ooh, we collected. One more. Ooh, third eye chakra. Yeah, that's definitely open here, especially with the universe. Third eye chakra makes perfect sense, collective. I'm going to say this as I dip up out of here, collective. So this comes a time where it's nothing more that I need to say. I can keep pulling cards. Y'all know I already get anxious when there's a whole bunch of cards on my table anyway. The message is the message. And I feel like I've made myself perfectly clear here, collective. You can be in multiple seasons of shedding. Tap in. And as you go through this breakthrough season, collective, which I will be speaking about all October. So make sure that you comment, you subscribe, and you share, because I will be doing prophetic messages during October for your breakthrough season, collective. You don't want to miss it. Episode 1 is already down. I want you to realize that whether you are in your breakthrough season, your birthright season, or your blessing season, collective, for Q4 2025, I do not want you to forget that you will have moments where you are shedding the old version of you. It will continue to happen. Welcome it. And don't be scared, because people, places, thoughts, and mindsets will not join you. And that is good. Collective, my name is Cass Young. I am an intuitive and prophetic speaker collective. And sometimes I use tarot as a conversation starter and not to look into the future. Okay, I am not God and neither are these cards. But what I do love to do is remind you how powerful you are and to walk in your divine purpose with your crown on. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next message. Take care. Bye.